The 2-2 is hit in the air down the left field line. This one's going to drop in for a base hit. One run is in. Here comes Redding. He's going to score, and it's a 2 RBI single for Jack Brown, and Bonner leads 2-0.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to McCarter, who's the 7-hole hitter. The 2-2 pitch is a called strike 3. 5 strikeouts for John Ciroli with 1 out here in the 3rd.
The 1-1 pitch is hit well. Out to center field, Quinn is heading back. So is left fielder Vaughn. This one is gone. Out of here for Michael Coleman. And Coleman will round the bases. Bonner extends their lead 5-1. Adios, baseball. 2 outs. Pitch from first is lined into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Rendell. He's speeding home. Throw is to home. Heading for second is Hartstein, and he is safe. What a big hit for Matt Hartstein in the 9-hole. And Lower Merion is up here at Conestoga. It's 2-0. First pitch here is a breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. With a base open at first base, you're a little surprised that they're going to pitch here to Genth. Again, Genth is 2 RBIs away from tying the Centennial Conference record of 73. He's got 71 entering today. The 0-1 is hit hard down the left field line. It's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second as Prusak will score, and tying the Centennial Conference record with 2 RBIs is Harry Genth. He's got 73, and it's a 5-4 ball game.
With the way both pitchers are throwing, it may come down to 1 or 2 runs. The one who was upstairs goes to the backstop. Coming home is Doherty, and he will score. And Newtown Edgemont Little League is on the board here in the 3rd.
It's not 2-2 is a good pitch, but this one's hit well. In the air out to left field, Doherty is back towards the mesh, and that ball is out of here. A home run, that's huge for the brand indeed. Delco baseball, now intern Pat White grounds the bases at the 2-run shot. 4-0 lead for Team Delval. White got all of that one. David Szczepanski, Brendan Ricciardi with you here on this Tuesday evening of the 39th edition of the Barrett All-Star Game. The 1-2 is hit on the ground over to second. Coming home is Callahan, and it's booted by the second baseman Kester. 1 run is in. Here comes Mahalik. The throw home is up the line, and Schuster will head down to second, put the ball in play. Caden Schuster, he does, and it's a 7-5 lead for Team Central League. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second is Selbach. Monahan at the plate, twirls the bat a couple times. Coming set is Dahl. Base open at first. The 3-2 pitch to Monahan is lined into right field. Heading back is Lagerstedt. It's over his head. And coming home to score is Will Selbach. And the Radnor Raptors are 2025 District 1 5A champions. 2 offering is hit on the ground through the hole into left center field. Lemon will come around to score for Villanova. Stopping at third is Hooley. Putting on the brakes at first is Neff. And that is the 24th RBI of the season. Team leading 24th RBI for the first baseman, Jason Neff. Welcome back to Delco Baseball Now's YouTube channel. 0-0 ball game as we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. Austin Havertine took 23 pitches to get out of the first, but does so without allowing any runs. And we're going to get to see his counterpart, another Austin on the mound, Austin Dahl for Upper Dublin. And Dahl's been excellent this year, Brendan. Pitched 6 innings, gave up just 3 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts against Ruston. He's an East Stroudsburg commit, and he has an ERA of just 1.11 this season. And we'll see if he's as good as advertised. But if he's anything like the warm-up toss he's throwing right now, he's going to be pretty good today.
Yeah, and we've seen him, he's a couple of double teams in his career. Last year, he Strathaven, state's playback in place. He shut out Strathaven, and then he played Bonner in the first round of the state tournament. CJ Nochella, a 2-run homer, I believe I think they were maybe the second and third runs he allowed all season. Seems like he was a little bit more dominant numbers-wise last season than this season. But from what we've seen, it's going to be a tough task for the Radnor offense.
Absolutely, and Radnor, very similar playing style to Upper Dublin, as we talked about. They like to be in low-scoring games. They really depend on their pitching to win a lot. Teddy Monahan, one of their best hitters, hitting .409 this season, an on-base percentage of .487. Really sets the table. First pitch from Dahl is whacked into left field. This ball is dropping quickly, and it's in for a base hit for Monahan. And the leadoff hitter for the Raptors gets things started the right way here on the Tuesday afternoon. Take a look at the defense for Upper Dublin. Left to right in the outfield, Gill, Berman, and Lagerstedt. Left to right on the infield, Wilkins over there at third. Lombardo is at shortstop.
Stoffel's at second, and Sanders is over there at first. And we will have David Morris doing the catching for Austin Dahl today. Here's Zach Fine, who had the walk-off against Hatboro Horsham. He'll take a strike. It's 0-1.
Fine is our first team All-Delco catcher last year. We'll have to wait until we get all the numbers in, but it seems like there's a good chance he could find himself on that list again.
Sure, Brendan Fine has a 954 OPS this year, and big part of the top of the order. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and hit foul. It's now 0-2 as Fine falls behind. The lineup today for Radnor: Teddy Monahan, Zach Fine, Max Shaholski, Daniel Kellis, Joe Krasowski, Kyle Miltenberger, Evan Hartman, Blake Havertine, and Will Selbach. Again, Monahan, Fine, Shaholski, Kellis, Krasowski, Miltenberger, Hartman, Havertine, and Selbach. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Throw to first, and sliding it safely is Monahan. But yeah, Fine has done a really good job, but I said it in the open, but talking with Coach Jordan, I mean, he also really praised the bottom of his lineup and guys like Will Selbach and Evan Hartman, who've allowed the top of the order and Monahan and Fine to really get things going as of late.
Yeah, like the middle of the order for Radnor, that's where you have your pop. You know, Shaholski can put one out. Daniel Kellis had a monster 2-run triple in that game against Hatboro Horsham. But, you know, those homers don't matter if there's no one on base. And I think Blake Havertine is a key to watch.
The 1-2 is a call. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, and that's the first strikeout of the day for Austin Dahl. And there's one away. That'll bring up Nat Shaholski, who, as Brendan said, is the main power threat in this one. It's him and Kellis, but Shaholski has had a really nice season, hitting .373 and OPS of almost 1,200. And anytime you're over that 1,000 range, I mean, you are just dominating pitching. And there's one out with a runner on first. That's Monahan. Shaholski steps in. He's the first baseman for the Raptors. First pitch from Dahl is a called strike, and it's 0-1. And, you know, we watched a little bit of warm-ups, but Dahl has a really nasty breaking ball.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of realizing that some of these Radnor hitters will just jump on the fastball. So start with the slider early. He clearly has a good feel for it, so he can throw it in whatever count he wants.
And, you know, talking to Coach Jordan again about some of the games that Radnor's played in and Upper Dublin in the same story, weather hasn't been great over the last week and a half. A lot of kind of cold and rainy games. I'm sure the pitchers are happy to have a game where there's no precipitation and pretty nice temperatures. The 0-1 is whacked foul just to the right of us behind the plate, and it's 0-2. So a nice job from Dahl to get ahead of the last 2 hitters in Fine and Shaholski, and it's another 0-2 count.
I think it also helps Havertine's case that he pitched on a turf mound last Tuesday. I'm not a pitcher, but I know that a lot of pitchers don't love the turf mounds compared to dirt.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. The pitch home is upstairs on a fastball, and it's now 1-2 to Shaholski. Runner at first is Monahan. He's definitely a guy that can steal a bag for Radnor. Daniel Kellis is on deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count, 1 out. Nothing ball game here in the District 1 5A championship. The 1-2 pitch from Dahl. Swing and a miss. A good breaking ball there from Dahl, and they're now 2 outs, and that's the second strikeout of the day. So both of these pitchers getting some strikeouts early, as we expect.
The left fielder, Daniel Kellis.
So here's Kellis, righty-righty matchup here. 2 outs, runner on first. Talking more about Dahl, 44 1/3 of an inning this year for the Cardinals. 66 strikeouts. Pause from Dahl, and he'll kick home, and the first pitch is high to Kellis. It's 1-0. Kellis this year for Radnor, a .277 hitter, .414 on base percentage, a .797 OPS. Here is the 1-0 pitch, and this one's a called strike. It's 1-1. Kellis was the starter for Radnor in the game against Hatboro Horsham, went 6 2/3 in a game that went 9 innings. Gave up just 1 earned run. Dahl comes set from the stretch. He's going to throw back to first. Close pickoff attempt, but in there safely is Monahan.
Now, Kellis threw 85 pitches, which you need 3 days of rest after that. Theoretically, he could pitch today. I'm not sure I would expect him to do that.
The 1-1 is a little bit outside, perhaps low, and it's now 2-1 to Kellis, a hitter's count for the cleanup hitter for the Raptors. 0-0 ball game. Austin Havertine threw a clean first inning. Did have to throw 23 pitches, around a couple walks. Austin Dahl, the starter for Upper Dublin. His 2-1 is swing and a miss. Big cut there from Kellis, and it's now 2-2. Here at Villanova Ballpark in Plymouth Meeting, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count, 2 outs. Runner at first is Monahan. Kellis is at the plate. Dahl gives a look back to Monahan. It's 2-2. There goes Monahan. It's a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 2 swinging, 1 looking for Austin Dahl, and the right-hander for the Cardinals looked sharp in the first inning.
We're headed to the top of the second. 0-0 ball game. We'll be right back after this.
So Bonner making Patterson work here in the top of the second. Patterson was through a 1-2-3 easy inning in the top of the first. Retired Coleman, Grisani, and Friel fairly easily. A couple hard hit baseballs, but for the most part was throwing strikes, and now has fallen behind Jack Brown 1-0 with runners on the corners, 2 outs. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Would you send Redding here, Brendan?
I was just about to say the same thing. I feel like you don't necessarily do it first pitch because it might be a little obvious, but I'm not sure exactly where his speed's at, but I would think that at least to try and draw a throw, that's what you could try and do here.
Aberano on deck, the designated hitter for Bonner. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Jack Brown at the plate. Patterson's 1-1 is in there for a strike. Good pitch to come back. Pitcher's pitch on the outside corner. It's now 1-2. As Patterson can see his way out of this jam here in the second. David Szczepanski, Brendan Ricciardi with you here on Delco Baseball Now. Glad you could join us. Truly a beautiful day. Some clouds in the sky, some wind, but we're in the 70s. It feels great for baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner does go from second, and they will not throw down. Instead, the catcher, Murray, will pump fake and throw it back to Patterson. So 2-2 with runners on second and third.
It's officially nice out when you say wind is a good thing. And the last few weeks, the wind has been brutal. But now when it's hot out, you get that nice little breeze in. It's a good day at the park.
Opening day the other day. Phil's back in action against Washington, and we'll have a step-off here from Patterson.
Nice 4:05 start today. Still be home in plenty of time.
And the Shadows will play as much of a factor as they did on Thursday. Mackenzie Gore, I think 13 strikeouts for Washington.
Hey, I had him and Wheeler on my fantasy team, so I'll take it.
The 2-2 is hit in the air down the left field line. This one's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Redding. He's going to score, and it's a 2 RBI single for Jack Brown, and Bonner leads 2-0.
Great job not trying to do too much there. He had that high and outside pitch with 2 strikes, didn't try and crush it. All you got to do is get the bat on the ball. Great stuff.
And Brown brings home the first runs of the game. Bonner leading Marple now 2-0. And welcome back to our post-game interview content with our player of the game for Episcopal, Hunter West. Hunter, great game, first of all. You go 6 innings. How did that feel for you today? You were just dealing out there.
Really good. It was something special. Sweeping Haverford's always amazing. 3 hours ago, I was sitting in an AP exam, so got down here a little late, and we got after it, but, you'll have to see it.
How did the AP exam go?
We'll see.
We'll see. That's always the answer. But Hunter, too, just in terms of what does this win do for you guys? Malvern winning the Interact, but you guys kind of right there with a lot of different teams. You get the bragging rights against the Haverford school. Now, you've also won 5 of the last 6. What does that do for the team morale?
I think it puts us in a great position standings-wise, and the momentum just going into the playoffs is huge, and hopefully we can just keep it going 1 game at a time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome here to the field at Marple Newtown High School here in the Barrett All-Star Game. Here with the player of the game, Joe Anzalone. Joe, named the MVP, couple hits, also did it on the mound today really well. First of all, how does it feel? Yeah! Yeah! All right, we're going to keep it running. A lot of water. How does it feel to be named MVP of the Barrett All-Star Game?
Feels good. I felt very confident in myself today, and I felt that I left it all out there. Could be my last baseball game. So.
It took me like 15 games to get part of the water shower, but I'm into it. Joe, going to Westchester next year to play football, this could be the last time that you put on a baseball uniform. Where does this memory rank for you playing baseball, and just what's going through your mind right now?
I don't really know what's going through my mind right now, but it's up there. I had a lot of fun tonight. I was honored to be playing in this game tonight. So,
big comeback for the Central League, down 5-3 in the 6th. You were a big part of it. Caden Schuster for Strathaven, a couple big hits. Just what was the vibe in the dugout, and what was it like to play for the Central League All-Stars?
It was awesome. There's a lot of good players in there, and they all had confidence in themselves to go out there and win the game for the Central League.
Any final thoughts as you look back on your baseball career and look back on this Barrett All-Star Game?
It was a lot of fun, and I loved every moment of it.
Thank you so much, Joe. Again, Joe Anzalone, the player of the game for the Barrett All-Star Game. Congratulations. Welcome back to the Camden Athletic Complex here with Coach DeBarberry. Coach, first of all, I have to say that this is the third time that I've interviewed you this year. You're the first ever coach to be interviewed 3 times in the history. You're a three-peat for you. Winning the PCL championship, how good does that feel for you, and how good does that feel for the team? Beating Ryan, in such convincing fashion.
It's definitely, it's our ultimate goal, bottom line. And we set it out, we had a goal. That was our number 1 goal. We accomplished it. So happy for the guys. They deserve it.
Michael Kowalski, your starter, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. Just talked to him a little bit ago. How good was he today? And what did you say to him before the game? Did you say anything?
Just do what you've been doing all year. Just throw strikes. It's just another game. All right, come out, compete, throw strikes, put pressure on them, make them put the ball in play. That's exactly what he did.
When you look at your offense, 24 runs in the last 13 innings, big blowout win against LaSalle, and today against Ryan. What did you like from the offense, and what was it like watching your team score so many runs?
It's very great to see. We knew what we were capable of offensively, and it took us a couple innings to kind of adjust. Yesterday we were seeing high 80s, low 90s for all 3 of their pitchers, and today was a little bit of an adjustment. We had to stay back a little bit longer. We had to start our swings a little bit later. But man, we got after it offensively and on the base pass for sure.
I want to talk a little bit about Gavin Jarita. Had the big 3-run home run yesterday, and then today 2 big hits early in this game. Got a couple RBIs. I know that we've talked a little bit off air about how good he's been, but just can you talk a little bit about Gavin's performance and how good he was today?
Just clutch. For a sophomore, just absolutely clutch. I think he had 2 strikes on both of them bats. I thought they were going to walk him with a base open right there, and he came through. We wanted to score first. We were happy we were the away team. We were happy we were the lower seed. We like scoring early. We like scoring first. So to get a run right there and then another one in the next inning, that was huge for us.
Last question for you, Coach. To play in a stadium like this, you got the skyline behind you. Widener University, great venue, get moved to today. But what was it like to play in this type of atmosphere? Both fan bases really just seems like having a good time.
Gorgeous field, gorgeous setup. I told our guys, I don't care when we play, where we play, who we play, we're going to be ready to go.
All right, Coach, any final words for the fans out there, Bonner Nation?
Go Friars, baby.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations. Thank you.